Hello, 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 everybody. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. It means time for Wednesday Night Live with your favorite show, 15 Minutes of Murder. I am half host Tanisha Slater, along with Craig Chapman and our resident crime expert, Emil.
Desiree Edwards, everybody.
Ba, 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 ba. Anyhow, we're just checking in like we always do. We're just gonna catch up and see what's going on with each other. And I don't really have much that I've been following. Of course, y'all know I've been following this Guthrie case, and there's really not much going on there except for hurry up, find her. And then you wah, wah, wah.
That's I love that you use
That's
that.
it.
But I did go down a YouTube hole the other day about which I know this theory had been thrown out early on, but I didn't like gravitate towards it because I was just like, eh. But then I actually like was like, let me give it a little bit of attention. And that is of the sister's husband and his bandmate. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute now. So you know how like
Dish the tea.
hmm?
I said dish the tea, T.
So you know how like the guy they determined that it was two different guys that walked up to the ring cam and you know one or that it was two different days and then potentially two different guys because one day he had the book bag and then the next day he didn't have the book bag, whatever. But how they were trying to determine who they were looking for is how he strolled up to the camera and how familiar he was and how like he wasn't really like, oh, this is the first time I've been here. And it was talking about how the person who was at that front door is familiar with the area, familiar with the camera, familiar with the steps it takes, and familiar with where you could get plants and shrubbery and stuff. So they were talking about how Anne's husband had never appeared, never mentioned anything, isn't like my mother-in-law this, and they're supposedly so close, and they were showing all these photos and stuff. And they showed the man walking up to the camera, and then they showed the husband walking up to I guess it was like a little memorial out at the edge of Nancy's house. And so they were showing the distinction between the walks and the people. And I was like, that's a little bit of the same body build. And they were initially saying, can't be him because he's like over 6 feet tall or what have you. Come to find out, he's actually not, or it was determined he's not because they know how tall Savannah is, and they were showing the height difference between him and Savannah walking side by side, and that was not a 6 foot tall man.
Mm.
It was a lot of interesting little nuggets and about how the gloves that he was wearing, like he's a lab like a professor or something like that and works in a lab, and how the gloves that the person was wearing that night are gloves that a lab teacher, the kind of lab teacher he is, would know about and would probably only use just a bunch of little things. And I
So
was like,
is this person now officially a suspect?
I think that all that weirdness that was going on with like, oh, we're doing our thing on our end. I think they were questioning him and were looking into the band member who he also played with. So they were saying that it was like a twofer because they were talking about how this wasn't done alone. Like you can't go in there and overtake an elderly person all by yourself. You got to have a lookout. You got to have, the person who's watching the clock. You got to have the person who's actually wrangling the woman. So all that kind of stuff. I'll give you the link and you can link it
Okay.
later,
So
Craig, so people can watch it because it was really interesting.
so all of that to say that Des is right, that this stuff is about proximity and the call generally comes from inside of the house.
Mhm. They were talking about how, oh, only this person can know if they're spending this amount of years at a dinner table listening to family conversations and listening to this and listening to that. And they're like, this was never intended to be a kidnapping.
Mhm.
And these are the reasons why. And they were showing like the FBI and like they were showing like people talking about all the little slip ups that said from the beginning, this was never being run as a missing persons because they were looking in those wells, they were looking in like crawl spaces and on the roof tops and things. So it is definitely interesting.
Yeah, I
I'll
don't
let you
know
decide for yourself. Watch it. It's
what you
about
say.
30. I'll let people decide for themselves when they watch it. Maybe we can discuss next week
Yeah.
what you think.
I I I don't know the national or regional origin of like the boogeyman or stranger danger and all that kind of stuff. I just know that people have a very difficult time accepting that it is not a stranger. It's like
Mm.
it's almost like it relieves us sometimes of that like
Yeah,
responsibility and accountability. So kind of even like when we were talking about the documentary with the young man who had autism and he killed his mom like in the boat or whatever,
yeah,
and
yeah.
how
Oh,
my
yeah,
and my point was that what that was, this is a family that is steeped in domestic and family abuse. And even in that, people are still wanting to not believe that he could have done it. Like, so it is, people are invested in the idea of that strangers are the only people who can do harm to us. And they absolutely do.
yeah,
Strangers will get a hold of you and do some real bad things to you. But what is more common than that is your own people.
yeah. I think like that whole like fear of like, well, I don't want to go out. What if this happens? What if that happens? Nine
Hmm.
times out of 10, if something's going to happen to you, it's somebody in your own camp. And I think you tend to know who those people would possibly be,
Hmm.
rather than acts of random violence.
Right,
And typically,
right.
I guess acts of random violence are more like wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, because when it is someone in our family, again, that is that accountability because now it is a matter of what could I have done? See, we want to always be like a victim, right? So what can I have done? Should I have not been here? Should I have not could I have made another decision? When we were raising this child, could we have, put him in certain environments so that he could not have done that, right? And
Mhm.
that's what that let me assign this or attribute this danger and this harm to a stranger does to us. It relieves us of all of that cognitive dissonance, all of those hard internal reflections that we have to place upon ourselves as individuals, but also upon our family culture. So if it turns out that Savannah Guthrie's husband, sister's husband, has something to do with this, now the whole family are going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe, how could we have allowed this person into our family? How could we, is this our fault? So it causes a whole lot of messiness internally that we're just not uncomfortable to
Yeah,
deal with.
yeah. It's crazy because that opens up a whole
Yep.
other world, and that
Mm-hmm.
just blows the front door open on
Mm-hmm.
all business.
Yes. And no one wants to blame a victim, and no one wants to blame like the families and relatives of the victims, but that's the kind of stuff that it stirs up in us individually and collectively, whether we're talking about a community or a family. It just does. It makes us feel like, oh my God, what could I have done differently?
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
crazy.
you know what fascinates me about all of this, and um, Tanisha, I think what you're talking about is like people at home were noticing these things, right? Like
Yeah,
online
yep,
online sleuths or
yep,
investigators. But I feel like this happens a lot where these people at home, and I wish I had the patience and the time to sit and go through some of these message boards and discussions about certain cases. But
mhm,
a lot of the times I feel like this village of people online come together and notice things that maybe the police don't, and notice things that maybe the family just isn't paying attention to.
Yeah. You
So
know
it's
what?
really fast. That culture is really fascinating to me.
There's
And
no
the
red tape
reason
there.
I was going to say the reason why they do that is because they are not connected to that. Right. And that is one of even my selling points in my work. And I tell my clients, I work independently from your attorney. I don't work for your attorney. So when I go out and do my investigations are really unbiased. It's literally me on a hunt for facts versus me trying to find information or submit a report to kind of like make the attorney in the office next to mine look bigger and badder. That so I am separated in distance from the work. So now my work product reflects that it is unbiased. And that's what Craig is talking about right now.
And then you're not like bound by all the rules of the red tape of,
Right.
well, this, you can't speak to
Mm-hmm.
this person until you do this, or you can't,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then there's
Yeah.
no ego. Well, there's competition, but the so just like with any news outlet, there's competition of who found out first or who did it first. But
Mm-hmm.
the collective goal is figure this out. Whoever
Mm-hmm.
gets there first, they get there first, but figure it out. There's no like, oh, our department has jurisdiction over this, so you can't go
Mm-hmm.
in and investigate
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yep.
So it's just
Yep.
crazy that sometimes those politics get in the way of actually finding something.
Absolutely. Absolutely do. I've had attorneys who will just say, Des, I want to put you on this case just as a set of fresh eyes. On some of my state appeal cases, I have had been appointed to cases to oversee, not really oversee, but kind of review what the last two investigators may have done. Because again, it is now I am unbiased. I am not attached to this work. And now I can see this work in this situation differently than those who would have been so invested in it, whether they were the attorneys or the investigators or even law enforcement.
It like I feel like the ultimate like example of this, at least in my mind and from somewhat recently, was that series on HBO, I'll Be Gone in the Dark. And
Mm-hmm.
Michelle McNamara, and she figured out who the serial killer was, and they caught him and arrested him. I forgot which serial killer it was. The Golden State
Oh, I
Killer, is that
think
it?
I remember.
I know I
Yeah.
remember that show though, too, Craig.
She wrote a book about it. It was such a good series, and she was, she was
Hmm.
a writer, but in a professional writer, but she also was like sleuthing this case for such a long time and really involved with these communities online who are also noticing patterns and certain
Yep.
evidence that maybe the police didn't notice
Hmm.
at the time.
I'm laughing
Because
because
if we,
it's like when the police are just like, oh, we have so many cases. She was like, I got the time.
yeah, and if we just keep it real, like every single case, whether it was for our deep dives or even for our Wednesday night lives, one of the issues with them is law enforcement overlapping and infighting of these task force that is preventing the flow of shared information. So when you have this lady who Craig is talking about, or you have like the online community of, Facebook sleuths or wherever they're from, they're looking at that differently. And what will always happen is that law enforcement, legitimate law enforcement, will look at them as like, oh, y'all know what y'all talking about. Oh, y'all know, da, 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 da. And sure enough, these are the people who really are like they're closer to solving this and closer to the correct answers than y'all are.
Yeah, yep. It was the Golden State Killer
Okay.
is who
Oh, right,
she
right, right.
And she was whose husband? Who was her
her
husband?
her husband is a comedian. Let me look up his name real quick.
Yeah.
Somebody that everybody knows.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, you didn't tell me while Craig's looking.
Tell you what,
Can
T.
y'all sleuth what I'm talking about?
Patton Oswalt
I
is his
I did
name.
this on purpose.
You did what on purpose?
I did this on purpose to see if you guys can sniff it out and sleuth it.
You did something
Yeah.
visually?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I wasn't
Some
looking.
investigator I
Can
am,
you
because
at
I
home
don't.
figure it out? Can anybody at home figure it out? Because I'm like,
I don't know.
you
Can
don't
we
know.
see it? Can we
Tanisha, you
see it
finna make
now?
me lose my job.
Oh my God. Yeah. I'll give
Can
you
we?
5 seconds to figure it out and 5 seconds at home to figure it out. Five, four,
Do
three,
do the do the do the
two,
Jeopardy music. Do,
one.
do, do, do.
All right, we failed.
Yeah, we
My
don't know,
15
T.
minutes of murder was backwards.
Oh, what's funny is I kept looking at it. I'm like, did she spell it differently? Is there something weird about that? But I didn't even notice it.
Until I was sitting here and I'm like, what? What's so different?
Now, why you even do that? Because now I feel real bad. Like I think, what to
Yeah,
my
but
defense.
the thing is that you had no idea what I was talking about. So,
Well, also to my defense, I am on vacation this week,
oh
and
my
my brain is not in full activation mode. So I'm gonna let that be the reason. But don't play in my face like that no more, Tanisha.
gosh, but speaking of you being on vacation,
Yes.
before Craig makes his mention, we do have a birthday this week in the house. Happy birthday to our resident crime expert.
Oh yeah.
She turns the big 3-0 today.
Yeah, that's what I mean is
Oh, is
I'm
it
30.
today? I don't know why I thought it was
Actually, it was
Hey,
Monday.
it was
Monday. Yeah,
Monday,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
today,
It was
Uh-huh.
Monday.
today
Yes.
is
And I
birthday.
have been having such a good time. I went and got glad. I went and purchased my first pair of prescription glasses on my birthday.
Mhm.
So now I will be officially a cool kid.
Um,
And I have spent the week just relaxing, and I have been doing some projects, but I've only spent this week doing the things that I consider as my passion projects, my passion cases, things like that. I was telling Craig before we went live that Dutch is tired of me already. If he's in the room and I walk in the room, my dog walks out of that room. And then if I go into that room, he's like, okay, so here she go again. I wish she'd leave. Um, so I am just,
you pushing in on his alone time?
uh-huh,
Like,
yeah.
no, I
So
like me some solitude, Ma. You moving too much.
yeah, so I've been getting flower deliveries and gift
Oh,
deliveries. I had to throw on my muumuu and sweater and go down the street because Amazon had the audacity to deliver one of my gifts to the wrong address.
Uh-uh.
So I had to pull up and get my stuff because it's mine.
You got
yeah,
some
But yeah,
you
that's what
got
I've been doing this week.
you got a few
I
happy
love
birthday
it.
shout outs on in
Thank
the chat. So,
y'all.
Hey, happy birthday.
Thank you. And I usually don't even like do anything for my birthday, but I was like, girl, you 50.
That
What? You a half 100 years old.
that's a big one.
Take a break off.
that's a big one. Now let me ask, because I mean I know we all know it. We're talking about Red Fox when he played Sanford. Okay, he
Hmm.
was 48. We're talking
Hmm.
about Carol O'Connor when he played Archie Bunker. I believe he's
Hmm.
now 48. Edith, all of them, they were in their mid 40s, mid to late 40s. And we remember what they look like.
They look old.
Now we're all we're actually older than they were when they were playing those roles. And who you gonna tell? Look at this. Look at this. I mean, we are not aging like our
Mm-mm.
parents, our grandparents,
Mm-mm.
grandparents.
Mm-mm.
Like,
Mm.
it's like, why though?
You know what though?
I don't know what it is, but maybe last weekend or weekend before, Alex and I went out to dinner with one of my sons. One of the things Alex and I do is we like to take weekends, and this weekend is with this kid and this weekend is with that kid, so they have their time with us.
Mhm.
So when we were out with my last son, and I was like, yeah, son, your mama's birthday, and I'll be 50 years old. He was like, what? Mommy, I would have never thought that. And to me, that was the biggest honor to not only is it that he doesn't think his mom looks 50, but he does, kids usually think that their parents are like old and decrepit and things like that. So the fact that my son did not think that his mother was 50 in her spirit and her vibe and her energy, I was like, you
Yeah.
doing good, girl. You doing good.
And it's funny too, because when you think about like like it's weird. Like I'll be watching TV or I'll be watching a dating show or something, and I'll be like, "Oh, he old," and I'll be like, "Girl, you could be his mama. What are you talking about?" I'm like, I forget. Like I don't like mentally.
No.
I'm not that number at all.
And just looking at these three boxes of us, I don't know how cool y'all are with doing your age, but in my head, when I add up how many years we are collectively,
Dang, dang.
You know what I'm thinking? Des is the youngest one of us.
Yeah, I'll be 51 in November.
hmm
So
hmm
that makes me the oldest of all of us.
no, and it's so funny because I called my brother,
She the
I, I
oldest.
I called my brother yesterday and I was like, oh my God, dog, like your baby sister is 50 years old. Like that's insane.
It's
Hmm.
But
funny how
yeah,
I make me feel like I'll never be as old as you.
uh-huh. But listen, that is just us and that generation. What are we? Generation Z? Who are we? X? What's our generation?
X.
Gen X, the
Mm.
best generation. You know why? Because we can take it. We tough. We're resourceful. We know the best of both worlds. We know that
Mhm.
if the grid blacked out tomorrow, we'll be just fine. We know
We'll be
just what
just
to do.
like we grew up
Yep,
sharpening pencils with razor blades. Don't
yep.
play.
But we were
In
also the first
opening
ones to be on
and
that iPhone too.
So yeah, I don't know what it is about our generation, but we are definitely not, aging the way we were conditioned to believe aging
No.
is. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't, you couldn't pay me to be 25 again. I would look at you crazy in the face if you tried to tell me I could take you to 32. I don't even want to be 45 because I am so comfortable at this
Yeah.
age and this level in my life. Like you still talk about high school. You still talk about what you was doing when you were 20, baby. Let me tell you where I am in my life. And that's how my 50 feels to me. And I don't know how you doing your 50, but that's how my 50 is going.
I was just sitting here thinking, like, when we're like the best of both, we can hang with any generation. We
Mm-hmm.
can get the boomers, we can get with Gen Y, like we can get all right. We done been through. We might not have been playing them, but our little baby ears were hearing them. But we done been through 8 tracks. We've been through
Mm-hmm.
cassette tapes. We done been through records. We done been through CDs,
Hmm.
Walkmans. We've been through iPods, iPhones. We got streaming now. We you name it. Like basically we like what was the first thing recorded was on what record? That
I
was like the first
remember
recording record.
the first record my dad actually took me to the mall to buy my first record. I remember what record. It was a 12-inch vinyl that I bought. It was Black Sabbath, like Ozzy Osbourne's
And
Of course it would
original
have
band.
been. Mm-hmm.
But
that's
I
where
remember.
those started.
Hmm.
That first
Yeah, like and not too long ago, I was listening to Amazon Music and I think I clicked on like a classic R&B playlist and it was stuff on there like Kalani and what's the little other girl?
man.
Not Ari, what is her? Lennox, the girl whose last name is Lennox, Ernie Lennox.
Oh, Annie
Oh,
Lennox.
Annie.
Yeah.
No, not the
Oh,
white lady.
the Eurythmics, not the
Oh.
Eurythmics.
Not the white lady. She's a cute little black girl and she's younger. Harry, not Harry, but anywho, so it was all of these young women who I would have thought were like babies and sweethearts to me. and they got them listed as classic R&B. Now I'm on here trying to find some Isley Brothers. So if this
Like,
was
wait, what
classic
station is this?
R&B, what is Isley Brothers today?
Oh, I see what you mean. They just took our generation out. They just took our
Yeah,
generation out, and it's now replaced with yesterday, but a more current yesterday.
Mm.
yes.
That's why I
Somebody
couldn't.
tell us this girl's name because I listen to her
Wow.
music all the time. But because I am 50, I don't
E-
remember her name.
See,
Ian
I
said
wasn't
Ian.
thinking because I was thinking back in the day, I was thinking, Patty, like going back,
Mhm.
not
Ari
thinking,
Lennox. It
That's
is
what
Ari Lennox.
I
that's
Yes.
what
wasn't
Ian
going with
said.
like current, like, my music pretty much stops. Like I'll know stuff, but like
Hmm.
I stop at a certain point and like I like
Yeah, I
Mm.
am too. I'm
I'm
at that
not
point.
stuck in the 80s like some people, my best friend, but I'm
Uh-oh.
a little bit past the 80s, okay?
Uh-oh. And
I'm
I
not
think your
going
best friend is down in them comments, so she's listening.
I
She
hope
heard
she's sleeping because she was a little sick. So shout out to the bestie. Hope she
She
feels
she
better.
said she's well Ian chimed in and said Ari Lennox also like
Ari Lennox. Yep.
before you looked it up. He
Hmm.
and then Kirsten says aging is a blessing. I wear 50 as a badge of honor. I never thought
Absolutely.
I'd say
Absolutely.
that till I got here.
Absolutely. And I like refuse to gray to like color my gray. Like my gray is
Yeah, my gray ain't coming in fast enough. Okay, my gray comes in little, like one here, one there, one here. No, y'all, you need to just if you're gonna do it, do it. Y'all
yes.
got
I'm
a
gray
golden.
all around back
If
over
Mhm.
if I
here.
flip my hair back here, I got a big old patch of gray somewhere in there.
Oh, it's hidden in there.
Hidden in there.
Hmm.
It's gonna be one of those stripes that like comes out from the inside, will blend with everything else. So.
Well, I had washed my hair a couple of days ago and it was all wavy and crinkly because it was wet and then my little grays was there and Alex had the audacity to tell me I looked like the granddaddy on the monsters. Remember how his
Yo, he is wrong. You are wrong, Alex. You is wrong.
Oh, Alex zings me every chance that he
Wrong
gets.
with a
Oh,
K. Ooh,
oh,
he be
this
mean.
one right here, let me tell y'all this one. This one is almost TMI, but I'm gonna tell it to you. So one day we were just chilling watching TV and I farted and I was like,
Ah,
oh, excuse me. He gonna say, all right, gaseous clay.
Oh.
you know what? I'm through. I'm too through. You can't drop that. You can't drop that on me without me like laughing because everybody knows I'm like a 15-year-old boy that laughs at farts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I am too.
Oh, we're fancy today. We're fancy today, huh?
50
Here's,
years old drinking my ruby red cranberry
oh,
grapefruit juice
here's my
out of my
fancy.
wine glass.
This
I'm,
is this is me. You named the gimmick. I have it. So this hydrogenates water. So we're just gonna put that on, and then it'll start hydrating. Like you see the bubbles starting to come up.
it's so
Why
cool.
hydrate water? Why you gotta hydrate what's wet?
I told you if it's a gimmick, I got it. I don't know. It makes water better for you. It makes it healthier. It hydrates your body better. I don't remember. Also, we'll link that
In the description.
in case you want to have some hydrated water as well.
I just have
I'm
coffee,
I'm
my
like
usual coffee.
I'm all about the gimmicks. I'll show you one gimmick every
We,
week.
maybe we have to do that. Have like a tease corner and have Tanisha come on
Dude,
here and show the world all of her little
I'm telling you,
Face
you
her
need
roller, water
if
gadgets.
it's gonna help
hydrator.
me, if it's gonna help me, maybe it'll help you. But I'll tell you something about this water. You put cold water in here and you boop, zzz, right? With the top, it's glass too, so it's not like your, plastic, BPA, all that bad stuff. Um, but the water tastes so good. And let me put you onto another thing. Brita water filters, okay. Zero water pitcher, like no water you've ever tasted. Literally um, zero imperfections in your water when you use a zero water pitcher.
So me with the tap water and my off-brand Stanley cup, I'm just basic.
Did you say you drink tap water?
Oh my gosh.
I drink tap water.
Y'all, You
I
might as well just
I
drink soda then.
I drink tap water and I drink
Do
carbonated water.
you not filter it?
I don't.
Nope, nope.
Mind blown. Y'all
That's
Ian,
why I say I'm basic.
dang basic. You trying to like shadow box with Jesus? Do not drink the tap water.
Ian said, I know a salesman loves to see Tanisha coming.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. But I'm a hard sell. I'm a hard sell.
Obviously, you're not.
No, but let me tell you something. Okay. I'll see it, right? And I'll be like, I'll go one better. Thanks for the idea. See you later. Here I come, Timu.
Oh, so you think from this Tanisha logic that T Craig is safer, her water is safer from her Timu filter
Yes.
than your water and my water from the kitchen sink. That's T math. That is some T mathematics for it. Okay,
The
Tanisha.
T in Timu stands for Tanisha.
Obviously.
I
Okay.
live. That's where I live. Most people are like shine, sheen, whatever you call it. I'm all about that Timu. Because let me tell you something. Oh, my water's ready. These people, these people try and get you to buy this stuff, and all you're paying for is a name and a brand, okay? The stuff on the inside, read the ingredients, make sure it's all the same, make sure the active ingredients are the same. You're good to go.
True. I do that
I
when I
just
grocery
know
shop.
I just know that I am going to bet on my city's water filtration plant over Timu every time.
Listen, this is the same one. This is the same one that's being sold on Amazon. The same one.
Well,
For
I don't know if I trust Amazon all that much better either.
well, I went to the manufacturer's warehouse. He personally built this for Team. He
All
sent me.
right.
But yeah, it's a big difference. This water tastes amazing. It's a big difference.
Oh, y'all, look. Remember next week I won't be here. Is next week the week that I'm doing my speech thingy?
Oh, me and
I
Craig are
think it is.
oh.
Remember that speaking engagement,
hmm
y'all, where I sit
Yes,
on
Yeah.
that
ma'am.
panel? I
I've
think
not
that's next
forgotten.
week.
So
Awesome.
are you gonna record it?
I, I, I don't know. I don't know how to do that. We'll have to figure it out.
All
Y'all
right.
have to tell me what to do with it.
I
Just
just it
set
looks like
got a tripod. Just set up your camera on the tripod off center if you're allowed, and hit record.
or a better idea. I'll come to Detroit
Craig
and
Tremaine.
I'll record it for you.
Hey,
I'm just always looking for a
I
reason to
mean,
come to
you know,
Detroit.
I mean,
I mean, that's the idea. What's going on with TSA? Is this a
oh yeah,
viable thing
Oh,
for you to
yeah.
use
what is it? A shutdown of
another one or
travel?
something? Yeah.
It's like hours and hours to wait to get on planes right now.
This don't make any sense.
Oh well.
All I'm gonna say is I saw it coming. That's why I got Dutch in 2024. I knew I was finna sit my tail down. If I can't drive there, I'm not trying to go. Y'all could be cute
Word.
and flick it up for y'all IG pages and all that kind of mess, but
Wheels up.
Mhm.
I don't know.
nah.
Like
Well,
I'm not a big fan of flying. I do have to fly to Chicago in May to photograph a friend's wedding. But
hmm,
I'm not a big fan of flying. If I could take a train,
Hmm.
if I could
there you
ride
go.
my bike, but somebody stole my bike.
What?
Well,
Yeah, somebody stole my bike out of my backyard. It's been there for
messed
5
up. That's messed up.
Duh, he says it's messed up as he's literally like legit having a good chuckle. That was
Well,
like the most genuine, like you legit laughed at me.
well, I'm just thinking like we have our lawnmower just sitting out in the front.
Yeah,
We have stuff just out. Like,
I got stuff sitting out, but the bike was what
They had to go where they had to go.
I'm thinking somebody might have mistakenly, maybe the landlord mistakenly took my bike thinking that it was his
hmm.
because
Ain't nobody made no
in
mistake
front of
like that,
it was in
Tanisha
front of the
Slater.
garage.
Tanisha Slater, who would make a mistake like that?
I don't know.
Somebody stole your bike, sis.
It was
Yeah,
hidden in my car. Like, what? Come on,
Yeah,
he's
somebody stole your bike.
somebody saw it. All right,
Mm-hmm.
y'all. Do we got any more crime to talk about? We got really sidetracked tonight.
yeah, we did. We so random. Like we should just call this Wednesday night live random.
We
Tonight
some
was
randos.
We so random. What
what
up,
what
random?
what else is going on? Is there anything else worth talking about
Yes,
for
yes.
now?
We
Oscars,
need an
Craig.
update. We need an Oscar update because we were keeping an eye on the perfect neighbor.
I just got some
Was
inside
nominated.
information. Kirsten said, mind you, I told Tanisha 10 times to put that bike in the garage.
Look,
And now you gonna sit up here on this podcast and play in our face, talk about it was the landlord that thought it. Girl,
well, I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to rationalize and
ain't no
logistically
see,
think.
see, see, that's exactly what I'm talking about people wanting to be with stranger danger mess because they don't want to take accountability for
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just trying to think proximity.
Well, the
I had to
yeah, the
look up
Oscars.
like I
proximity is
know.
right there in your you the proximity. So yes, Craig, tell us about these Oscars.
So I think the only thing maybe that relates to 15 Minutes of Murder and the Oscars, other than just I love movies and of course I had to watch the Oscars, but we talked a lot about the documentary feature film, and I always want to call it the next neighbor, the best neighbor, the next door neighbor. I get it wrong every time. What movie? What's the
Perfect.
Perfect.
The Perfect Neighbor, which we talked about extensively on our lives. I think almost 3 weeks in a row we talked
Mhm.
about it. So it was
Yeah.
up for an Oscar, but it did not win. Every documentary that was up for that was nominated were all great. It was the only like crime.
Were there others we talked about
No,
nominated? Oh,
this was the only like crime related one.
oh.
So if not
Meaning
the
directly like true crime or like something we would talk about, crimes against humanity, yes, other ones, but it did not win.
so if not Perfect Neighbor, then who, Craig?
I would have to, I can't remember the name of the
It was
documentary though.
Mm,
so amazing that he was just like, the one
mm,
we were betting on didn't win.
mm.
That one did not win.
Well, the fact that you don't even remember who it was tells me all I need to know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. It
No,
wasn't a crime related documentary, I suspect.
it was not crime related. Oscar
Mm.
winner documentary.
I don't understand how you put up like I feel like documentaries should have their own, like you should have maybe crime
Oh,
documentaries, this style, that style.
Uh-oh. What, Craig?
okay.
I'm bracing myself.
So, okay, the winner was a film called Mr. Nobody Against Putin.
Against who?
Putin,
Putin?
That oh the
Oh, was that
okay.
Navalny?
huh?
Was that Navalny? The Navalny documentary?
Mr. Nobody won Best Oscar Documentaries. It
Maybe not.
was, no, I don't know. I'm trying to find out more
Okay.
information.
Really?
But
I'm-
Tanisha, I thought of you the night of the Oscars because this was the first year they gave out an Oscar for casting.
really?
They had a casting category. The lady that won was like it was like history because she was
I did
um
not know. Had I known,
the
I would have
first
watched. I don't watch because I'm not included.
well maybe in the future for one of our
So we
documentaries you will be.
We have so many options. We got Golden Globes and podcasts and Oscars for casting.
Hmm. Yep. This
Look
year
it up.
too, this year also was the first time a woman or woman of color won for director.
For
Sinners.
Sinners.
Sinners, yeah.
And Michael B. Jordan won too, right?
Yep.
So who is the black woman who won? I thought that was Ryan's theme.
Ryan is the writer director. She was the cinematographer, I'm sorry.
Okay.
So she was the, that was camera stuff.
Nice.
I will find out.
I,
Let me
I
tell you.
really, I know you weren't a big fan of that movie, but the cinematography was, I loved it. Like
Who
visual.
did who who didn't like that movie?
We talk about sinners?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, if I no.
Her
Mm-mm.
name is Autumn Durald Arkapow.
Oh,
Arkapow.
Oh,
mhm.
Craig gonna be one of those ones.
What did I do?
One one of what ones?
Y'all know Craig gonna be one of those ones. They're like, and the award for goes to a
Oh, that would be, listen, you see me, that is me every single time. What did I call? I called this girl Ari Lennox 1,000 times. Like, no, that's not her name. That's not her name. And sure enough, her name is Ari. That's gonna be me.
gonna
That's
be
gonna be me.
and the award goes to Aaron.
That's gonna be me. And I'll be like, oh, Aaron, he's so cute. Oh, hey, Ron, like, yeah, that'll be me.
The
Come on, period. I
lock-in.
need some hugs. That'll be me. I'm gonna mess it up. The Oscars gonna feel like home. It's gonna
Like
feel like the
before you open that envelope, you know the potential names that are gonna be in there. How do you mess it up?
Wait a
ain't
minute.
nobody think about that. I just know
She
I love you and you so cute. And look at your gown, girl. Get up here, come get this award.
she won. She made history as the first woman and the first woman of color to win that award in the 98 years the Oscars have existed.
Now
How
you
how is
But
that
what makes her a
possible?
woman of color? What is she? Is she black? What is she? Is she what is she?
I let me find out.
Um,
that like 90 years.
98 years.
Now that doesn't just go to say like, oh, uh, it just goes to say that there is a lack of in the
Massive.
industry. Not
Mhm.
that you can't win, but you can't win if you're not at the table.
She she identifies as Afro-Filipina.
Okay.
She has Black Creole roots on her father's side and is Filipino on her mother's side. Y'all asked, right?
What, what are you laughing at?
okay.
The word, the wording that they put.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I was in my own little world.
I'm lost also.
Please share. Come
Mm-mm.
on, it's a free space. This is where we come to
No,
talk.
no, we gonna get canceled if I do, but go ahead.
Oh, okay.
This is coming from the AI bot, not from
Hmm.
me. And
Okay.
But anyway, congratulations to me.
Yes, yes,
Thank you.
girl. Yeah, Autumn. Okay.
Oh, I know what you laughing at. Okay. I got you. I got you.
so that's that for the Oscars.
Yay!
Yay.
I don't know if maybe I'll watch next year. I used to be so into award shows, and then somewhere along the line, one, when you're not included, two, when your people don't win, and three, I have to be in the mood. Like you can't force me to watch it when you want me to.
The
I just
Oscars?
want y'all to put me in a room so I can laugh at these people.
Um,
some boys.
The people at the Oscars.
Yeah, the whole bunch of them, all of them,
I I
the
want to
whole, all of it. Hmm.
I want Tanisha to win for casting.
Oh well, that's yeah, okay. That we gonna talk about. That's gonna happen. But I'm talking about the rest of it. It is going to be our mission to topple the machine. It's going to be our mission. We will be the ones that brings some realness to this mess because that's when T is like, "Oh, I'm not watching it because I'm not there and I'm not." That's what she's talking about.
That means
She's
it's
talking about representation.
Pinky.
Mm.
It's Pinky and the brains
Pinky and the Brain.
Hmm. Yeah,
double.
yeah. That was all that she said was the cute way of saying ain't no representation there.
I feel like there's a lot of gays in the
Yeah,
film
it's
film
like you
business.
gotta the
Mm-hmm.
you gotta get them young. I was caught young. I
Mm-hmm.
was told young, do whatever you want, be whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
My mother was in television and radio, and she was like, I watched her, and I was
Your
like,
mom was? I
like
didn't know
my
that.
mom.
Yep.
I want to be like my mom. So she would
Mm-hmm.
bring home her copy, her news copy, and I'd be
Mm-hmm.
sitting on the floor reading my Yahoo News commercial copies and reading my CoverGirl copy that she would bring home from her schooling and things like that. And then, and she worked television cameras for a while, and I was like, I don't want to do that, but I want to do something like that. I want to be like that. So when you are around it and it's immersed and you can do anything, and more of us have to go out, each one teach one, and show that this little girl, this little 5-year-old girl running around on the playground wants to make movies, you can.
You
Hmm.
can.
You can.
Mm-hmm.
And you
But
will.
in the meantime and between time, we need some disruptors.
Just come on in there. Max Headroom it.
Mhm. We need some
Breaking
disruptors.
news.
Like said from that.
Mm. Yep.
I wonder how many people will get that.
Yeah, I don't know, because we're Gen X. We used to roll with Max Headroom. We remember when there was actual news on MTV.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
So what else for tonight? Anything?
um, head on over and get your hydrogen.
I am going to order me one. Yes, I'm going to get lie in bed and I am going to order me a thingy
Telling you,
simply because I'm not really sold on wetting the water. I like the bubbles and the lights. That's
yeah,
what
bubbles in the lights
Yeah,
is
it's the
fun, it's
cool
cool, but
part.
it's actually putting oxygen in your water. It's
the
oxygen
bubbles.
water. And when I
Hmm.
tell you, it'll probably make your tap water taste even better.
I figured it was putting
I've caught that shade.
electrolytes.
I don't like water, so I need whatever gimmicks and gadgets I need to make me drink the water. This gets me to drink water.
But T,
Well,
I caught that shade, baby. I caught that shade. Y'all too much tonight on this Wednesday. I love y'all.
We ain't nothing but a good time.
That's
all
It ain't nothing but a good time.
right.
and we old and still a good time. Okay.
Right?
That's true. That's
Right?
true.
Hmm.
We got
Hmm.
birthdays sprinkled in all this week.
Hmm.
Desiree, I'm
And
next.
it's finna be my birthday next week too. I promise you that.
Well, it's a birthday month. So happy birthday
Hmm.
month, y'all.
Hmm.
Happy
Hmm.
birthday
Hmm.
month and happy birthday to anybody out there watching. If it's May 18th and it's your birthday, happy birthday. And if it's March and it's your birthday month, happy birthday month.
Hmm.
It's my
Yeah.
birthday year because I'm a Scorpio. We do what we want. The whole year is my birthday.
Oh,
Hmm.
you
That
that
explains
explains
it.
a lot.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
it does, right?
Yeah.
I know.
I get it now.
Yeah.
So, Tanisha, troop us out of here with what we have coming up. What's next for 15
Yes.
Minutes of Murder?
So this Sunday coming up, we got a brand new episode. It is going to be great. It takes place in Long Island, I believe. So we got Long
Oh,
Island.
that one. Yeah.
Yeah, and this one is a shocker. We will definitely have to come up with some theories
I got
because
y'all.
it's another one of those who done it. Do we have the suspects and who are they and why?
Well,
Um,
I try my best not to let y'all down. So
yo, that last one,
It
there
was
was
so
one
good.
point in the last deep dive, it cracked me up so bad. I don't remember what you said, but both me and Craig, I was like, and Craig was like,
At the
I
same
laughed
time.
so hard. It was like
that's funny.
we don't even work. We were like watching, we're watching our own show unfold. And you said something and we were just floored. I love that. Those are my favorite moments.
Hmm.
My
But that is
favorite
my
moments.
favorite thing about us is that the ideal is thrown out and we kind of just scurry in our own corners and
Mm,
we come up with whatever we come up with. Um, y'all have no idea what I am going to talk about. I don't submit my points or my findings to y'all. We just turn on these computers and laptops and cameras and we just talk and it goes where it goes.
yeah.
And it's not scripted is just us, just raw, us saying what we can say without getting canceled already is what it
Yeah.
essentially is.
And
Hmm.
let me just like when we talk a lot about it because I think that we're the most proud of it is that we are unscripted. Not only is our Wednesday Night Live unscripted, but our deep dives are unscripted. We don't follow any sort of pattern. We just naturally go where the conversation takes us.
Mhm,
And and that to me is where the joy comes from, where we're not like, oh, I gotta hit this, oh, I gotta mention that, oh, we have to mention. We know we're gonna cover as much as we have. Like, I'm gonna ask the questions, Craig's gonna ask the questions, Des is
mhm,
gonna give us
mhm,
information.
mhm,
Like half the time, I try and be slick, and I don't even tell them sometimes what case is going to be next. Like the last case with the Suitland murders, they didn't
mhm.
even know what it was because I was like, I don't want to tell you because it's something
Right.
we haven't done yet. And I know that this is a space that we need to cover. And they didn't even know until the day I sent
Mhm,
the case for them to watch. So they knew probably,
mhm,
you
mhm.
know, the same time that you guys. So
Yes. And,
That
and I
night,
think
yeah.
that I think that goes also to our level of trust
mhm,
amongst ourselves as a group because I'm never concerned like, oh my God, I hope T pulls this together. I hope T don't have us out here looking crazy. And I feel like y'all feel the same about me. When
yep,
Craig has his little production ideas, I always consider them because I trust that Craig ain't coming with us at with no bull mess.
mhm,
So I just like the fact that we trust one another to do what we do within our
yeah,
skill sets. And the result is 15 minutes of murder.
yeah. It's
Hmm.
great because there's no like micromanaging. Everybody plays their role, and
Mm-hmm.
and then we all come together when we have ideas for the other. Like, oh, what about this case? Oh, how about this program? Oh, but what happens here? Like, we just there's no butting heads. It's just like let's talk it out. Let's figure it out. Let's be creative
Mm-hmm.
together.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
that's what I love about working in television. And but you don't always get to work with a team that allows you, one, to be creative, two, hears your opinions or your thoughts, or, three, is even good to work with. Sometimes, it's just like any other job. You got that one job where you go to the job and you're like, oh, I gotta work with Becky today, and I really don't wanna.
Right.
Hmm. Yep.
But
Yeah.
I've been blessed with working with some great people in television. My last project, I worked with a great casting company, a great casting person, Christina Calisi Casting. And when I tell you she's the top of the tops, I've worked with Sandra Filippo, she's the top of the tops. Like you can't get better than those two people in casting. And I'm speaking for myself, but I know I speak for a lot of other people who have worked for them as well. But they like, and then there's my 15 minutes of murder crew.
Right.
You know, what better?
Yeah.
That's the Holy Trinity right there.
Yeah.
I'll,
Well,
Mm. So
I don't
with
have
that,
nothing else to say.
with that, thank you for joining us on our little ramble tonight of all things murder, water, crime, television, Oscar,
Birthday, Pisces season.
birthdays. Okay, Pisces.
And also, please don't forget to
Yeah.
subscribe. We need to hit some higher numbers in our subscribers. We know
Mhm.
y'all are out there watching. Just hit the button.
If
Hit the
you're
I
button.
was
out
about
there
to say, just push the
watching,
button.
just push the button. Just
It's
push the
free.
button.
You
Hmm.
already there. Just
The
push the button.
button.
Quit playing.
Right, you're already there. Before you click off, just push the button.
Push the button.
You
It's
come
right
in
there.
and you're like, oh, those fools, I don't like them. Just push the button anyway. You won't see us again. Just push the button.
Push
We'll
the button.
circle back. We'll circle back. And you'll be like, you know what? I really like this. I like
Hmm.
that.
Hmm.
And if you
Or
don't,
even better, or
comments.
I was about to say even better, hop in them comments and tell us you don't like
Up
us.
in the comments. Bring the smoke.
Mm-hmm.
We
That's
can
right.
handle
Mm-hmm.
it. We can
Yep.
handle it. So, anyway, have a good rest of your week, everybody. Thanks for chilling with us. We'll see you Sunday with a new episode. Subscribe, like all the things, all the podcasts. We're on every platform: Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, uh, all the things. Go
Amazon. Yes.
subscribe,
Hmm.
Amazon, all of the things. Thank you for joining us. Have a great week, and we're out.
Bye,
Bye.
y'all.